Next thing we need to go over is how to solve advanced linear inequalities. Since an inequality is solved just like an equation, we need to review the rules for solving an advanced linear equation. Remember, you should always look for parentheses first. That means you need to use the distributive property. If it has parentheses, use the distributive property. If it doesn't have parentheses, then you go to your next step, which is to look and see if you can combine like terms. Make it simpler. Make the equation or inequality as simple as you possibly can by combining as many terms as you possibly can together so you don't have as many terms in the problem. It's a good idea to eliminate the variable on the right side. Once you do that, then you can start adding and subtracting to both sides and multiplying and dividing. Those are the rules for solving advanced linear equations, and it's the same rules for solving advanced linear inequalities. The thing with an inequality, though, we need to remember is if you multiply or divide both sides of that inequality by a negative number, that inequality symbol switches around. So let's look at an example of one of these. We're going to solve and graph this inequality. The very first thing I look for is I see if it has parentheses in it, and it does. Since it has parentheses in it, I need to use a distributive property. I'm going to bring this 16x down, and I'm going to take what's on the outside of the parentheses and multiply it to what's on the inside of parentheses. This is a negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 4x, a negative times a negative, is positive 20x. Then I'm going to take this negative 5 and multiply it to this negative 17. Notice I didn't write down a sign. I have to multiply these two together to see what type of number I get, whether it's positive or negative. So negative 5 times negative 17 is positive 85. And then I bring down the plus x. After I use my distributive property, I need to see if I can combine like terms. I look over here on this side, nothing to combine together over here. Over here on this side, though, I have this 20x and this x. Put those together, I have a total of 21x. I'm bringing down the plus 85. After I combine like terms, I need to get rid of any variables that are on this side right over here, the right side. I need to get rid of this 21x. That means I'm going to take 21x away from that side. If I do something on one side, though, I have to do it to the other side. 16x minus 21x gives me negative 5x. Bring down my inequality symbol. That cancels out. The only thing I have left over there is 85. There's no adding and subtracting that I need to do or undo, but I need to do the opposite of multiplying by negative 5. Which is dividing both sides by negative 5. That cancels out those negative 5s. I bring down my x, and remember, if you've got an inequality and you divide both sides by a negative number, that inequality symbol switches around. 85 divided by negative 5, negative 17. To graph this, since it says solve and graph it, I put it on a number line. This number right here is going to go right in the middle. Numbers over here on this side are bigger than negative 17. What's bigger than negative 17? Negative 16. Numbers on this side are smaller. What's smaller than negative 17? Negative 18. I need to put an open or closed circle. Well, look and see if negative 17 is an answer. It's not. This symbol right here means I put an open circle. And I need to graph or shade all the answers that are bigger than negative 17. That would be all the numbers in this direction right here.